Welcome to my favorite case. When the world has worn you down, leave your worries out of town. Luxury waiting at your door, a place you'll always come back for. Elegant rooms, peaceful skies, every stay a sweet surprise. From business trips to holidays, my favorite case lights your days.
Good afternoon and welcome to my Fave Casa. Today I am joined by none other than
Promise Danga.
Engineer
Promise Danga, yeah, but I prefer just calling me Promise.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
all
yeah.
right. Promise, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where did you go to school?
I went to school at the University of Zimbabwe, where I did metallurgical engineering at University of Zimbabwe.
Okay, how long ago was that?
I graduated around 2018.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And how long before you joined the workforce?
It was immediately. So what I can say is during our university time, the university didn't offer us the attachment for us to be able to go for attachment. So if you wanted to go for attachment, you would have to do it voluntarily during the vacation period.
Mm-hmm.
So during that vacation period, that's when I would find myself even starting at year one, where I would be going to mines during holidays and stuff.
Okay.
So my holiday period, I will be at working at the mines. So that's when I developed. I find myself. I can say I find myself because since I was still at school, I always say I want to work at with medium and small scale miners back then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so when you say the mines, which type of mines were you visiting? What minerals were you dealing with when you were going to these mines?
Okay. I was going to gold mines, but it happened that one time I went to a mine in Kwekwe called Globe and Phonics. So they've got a mining division called Primrose Mine in Kwekwe. So while I was working there, my supervisor then, who's called Goboza, then said to me, you know what? There is a mine that is being set up by some Australians here. They are doing much of lithium.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are interested in being part of them, you can actually go and join them and start to work with them. So he introduced me to these guys, the Australian guys. So I started to work with these Australian guys on lithium. So from that point now, I then developed myself to say, I don't want to do what everyone else to do. You know what I'm trying to say? I just want to do something that most people at university were not doing.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone at university, they are always studying to do gold. You know what I'm trying to say? So I said to myself, I want to do minerals that everyone else is not doing.
Okay.
But, life happens. I then go back again to the gold that I didn't want.
So how much experience did you get dealing with lithium? Were you able to process it? How far along did you process it if you managed to actually process lithium?
Okay. With lithium is, when I joined the Prospect, they were at the development and mostly at the experimental stage. You understand?
Okay.
So we would develop the whole process flow sheet diagram from crushing up until we get the lithium carbonate.
Okay.
So we were actually working to a point whereby we know each and every unit. You have to study every unit from roasting all the way to leaching. Then you go to leaching, you go all the way to get the lithium carbonate and also lithium sulfide.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are each one of these used for? Lithium carbonate, lithium sulfate? Okay.
Mostly lithium carbonate is used in battery manufacturing, thus being the loudest, but it's also used in aerospace.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's also used in medicine.
Oh.
Yeah. So those are various other uses of lithium carbonate and also lithium sulfonate. So what we can say is all other components like lithium sulfate, lithium whatever, they primarily, like if you're doing the chemical processing side of things, they primarily come out from that, we call it a precursor.
Okay.
You understand? Like lithium carbonate is the precursor of all other lithium, whatever. So we can form lithium sulfide from lithium carbonate.
Okay.
You understand what I'm trying to say? So
Yes,
yeah. So that's basically what happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now in this country, do we have the capability to actually process beyond lithium carbonate?
Yeah, I think we are currently in the positive direction. We're going toward the positive direction with the government banning the export of raw lithium. You understand? So it also give us an opportunity to say Zimbabwe is rich in terms of the technology, the expertise. We have the human resources in terms of the thinking, the people that are able to do that. You understand? If you look at even Prospect Lithium, there's a guy called Maketa. You look at Maketa, he's done a lot of research, he's done a lot of studies in terms of lithium processing.
Okay.
And so we have the capacity in terms of the intellectual, the knowledge, the know-how. We have the capacity as a country.
Right.
But looking at now that we have minerals like gold, you understand?
Yeah.
Gold that are actually performing well in this country and the reserves are going up in this country, you understand? So if we are able to, let's say we mine gold, and when we mine gold, the profits or the other profit that we get from selling of gold, we then invest in technology that is needed to process lithium. I think we are capable as a country.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, is that technology, is that something we're able to fabricate and manufacture here, or do we need to import it? What's your opinion on that?
Yeah, we can fabricate it here.
Oh, we can.
We can fabricate it here. We know everything is possible. The people that are doing it there, most of them are from even Zimbabwe. You wonder most of the guys are from Zimbabwe.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, when you say doing it there, which countries are you referring to?
We are looking at Australia. We are looking at China, because China is the biggest lithium whatever in the world.
Yeah.
But we also look at Australia. They are doing well. So you have some Zimbabweans that are working in Australia that are actually doing that.
Yeah. Understood. So how did you move then from lithium to gold?
Okay, what happened is after I finished school, I was staying with my uncle. So as I was staying with my uncle used to have a farm that is close to Harare.
Okay.
So as I finished, everyone just saying, no, you need to go find a job, go do this. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So for me, I started to see things differently. So as soon as I finished my studies, I went into farming.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So I was actually good at it. So I started maybe doing some farming activities. So I then said to myself, I no longer want to go back to mining. I want to focus on farming.
Oh, wow.
You get it?
Okay.
So during that period, I had applied for a position at Murowa Diamonds.
Okay.
Yeah. So we then had to get an opportunity, you know what I'm trying to say. But like I said before, ever since I was still at school, I had a philosophy that I found myself, I never wanted to work at big mines.
Okay.
You understand? I always wanted to work at small scale mines, because I believe that at small scale mines, there are a lot of challenges.
Okay.
You understand? So a lot of challenges, they give you an opportunity to apply what you learn rather than going to work at a bigger mine that is those systems already. So there's nothing much that you can actually do at a bigger mine. So I just say to myself, I'm going to go and work at a small scale mine. So while I was doing that farming and I got an opportunity, I then just ignored it. You know what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
I then I got an opportunity at a small scale mine, a medium scale mine, that was all owned by some guys from South Africa.
Okay.
So they just called me. I was not much into gold. Like I told you that I did not like gold at all.
Okay. Okay.
So, you are getting in and they called you and say, we want you to be our metallurgist, our processing engineer. So you get there and you become their processing engineer. And then they have one rule that they have, that they said, we eat what we kill. You understand? So which means that the investors were not giving us money. we're supposed to get the money from whatever production that we're doing.
Okay.
But I was in charge now of the plant side of the things.
All right.
But I hate code. You know what I'm trying to say?
Oh, okay.
So that forced me to then say to myself, I need to understand more. You understand? So the way this guy from South Africa, you would come and say, you know what, we need you to be able to produce gold enough to cover all the expensive, to cover all the bills and stuff. So I had the pressure, like a lot of pressure. So that forced me to go extra miles and trying to understand. So I would call people that I know, you know what I'm trying to say. But the money that I was earning there was just poultry. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, you know, you talk to people and you're coming from university and people are giving you like, they say we are going to give you $180. So yeah. So they're giving you $180, but the $180 doesn't come. Maybe it comes as 50% of it. You understand?
Okay.
So at that point, then I said to myself, you know, I'm no longer working for money. There's a reason why I am here, which is not money. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah. So I then said to myself, let me find out what can I do. So I started selling airtime to sustain myself that during that period.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, in mines, there's scarcity of airtime and stuff. So I started to sell airtime. From airtime, I went on to sell chickens and, you know, it was just doing like randomly. I sell chickens, but I was still at work.
Of course.
Then from chickens, I then started to sell groceries for people at the mines there. So as I was doing that, I started to have some small tuck shops around the mines.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I then go on and started to do some grocery shops in Kwekwe. I was staying in Kwekwe there. Okay. Because the mine was in Jombe. So from that moment, I then said to myself, maybe after working with them for 1 year, 2 years, I then said to myself, no, you know, I need to leave this and start to focus on my grocery business because it was also growing.
Oh, wow.
So as I left that, I then went and tried the grocery business because I had a manager that I have appointed. But things happened that the information that I was getting was not the actual information that was on the ground.
Okay.
So I quit the job based on the false information. So things started going down and down and down and down. So I went broke. I did not have money for anything.
Oh, wow.
I was in debt. You understand?
Yeah.
I did not have any money or anything. But the funny part is to say, while I was still at work, there was a point that I wanted to get into consultants. You understand?
Okay.
But I tried to reach out to quite a number of people to say, okay, fine. Are we going to do you need this service? So no one ever like shown interest in the service that I need. You understand? So after during that period, that phase where I said I was broke, like broke. I spent like 2-3 months just sitting inside the house. I was staying at a property for a certain white guys in Kwekwe. Okay. So he told me that you know what, you've been a good person for me. You're going to stay here as much as you want. You are not going to pay any rent. You understand? Wow. So I was staying there 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. I was not getting out of the house. I was just staying inside. You understand?
Yeah.
For 3 months, 3 good months. So from there now, I then said to myself, you know, I remember I wanted to do something that is mining related.
Okay.
You get it?
Yeah.
So as I wanted to do something mining related and whatever, I remember that I was working with these guys, you know what I'm talking about? We build plants from scratch. You understand? We started to set up a plant from scratch. We built everything from scratch with these guys from South Africa. So I then said to myself, what if I then start to offer those services to people? So my primary focus now was to offer consultants. So then I then said to myself, okay, let me advertise on Facebook. So I just post on Facebook and said, okay, fine. Mukute Metallurgical will help miners achieve the best whatever on VAT leaching consultants and stuff. Within 2 hours, a lady reached out to me from Bulawayo. She's a very close client of mine up now. I just call her Mama. You understand?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Up to date.
Okay.
She called me and said, you know what? We want you to come to Bulawayo. But remember, I was like in huge debt. I did not have money. So I called my friend. There was my friend who was working at Damascus, and I said to my friend, my friend, just give me like $50. I need to go to Bulawayo. So I went to Bulawayo. as I went to Blawayo now, I went to the lady and she said, okay, fine. How much are you charging me? Then I was like, no, mother, I'm charging you like 150. Then she said, but look where you're coming from, Kwekwe. How are you sustaining yourself with this man that she's charging? So she actually gave me like twice the man that I charged. You get it?
Yeah.
But that money, though it was much at that moment, you understand? But it was not helping because I had a huge debt that I had. I was supposed to take that man again, go and pay the people that I have, like the people whom I owe money. You understand? So that gave me pressure. So that also motivated me to say, okay, fine, I can do this.
Right.
So I can say after that now, I have people that I can say maybe they were angels. I never met them in life. You understand? There are people that I that helped me, but I never met them in life. So they just called me. There was one guy who's called Mr. Mkaro up to date. These days I don't know. His number is not going through, but it was just called Mr. Mkaro. So Mr. Mkaro just called me out of nowhere and said, you know what? There are Indians that are in Mtawa Tower. You understand? There are Indians that are in Mtawa Tower that need a plant. You understand? I want you to go there and do it for them. So I was like, I don't know how to do it. You understand? I was working at a company. Yes, we were building plants. But at a company, there are departments where, this person is doing like the procurement, this person is doing this person is doing that. But now I am supposed to do the procurement. I'm supposed to do the quotation. I'm supposed to do, so you don't know how these things work. So the Indian just called me and said, we got a referral from Mr. Mkaro. And they said, you need to come here. So I had to go. I did not have a car. So I had to come from Kwekwe, all the way from Kwekwe, go to Mtawa Tower. And I reached there and the guy said, okay, fine, I want you to start tomorrow. I did not have any people that I knew, like the builders, because we were supposed to do some construction work and some fabrication work. I did not know anyone.
All right.
So at that point now, there was, that's when I had a very strong relationship with James Spartan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I had a very strong relationship with James from Spartan. So I then called Spartan and said, you know what, Spartan? I don't have builders, but there's a job that needs to be done in Mtawa Tower. Right. And he said, okay, fine, I've got my builders. I can give you my builders. You understand? You go with them and work with them. I don't have a job right now, but I can give you my builders and you go and do it. So I got James C builders. So when I got James builders now, I went to Mtawa Tower. Okay. I did not know how these things work. You understand what I'm trying to say? I did not know how these things work. So the guys, the client give me money like full payment of everything. Okay. So for me, I then said to myself, I wanted to remove my baggage. I want to give these builders the full payment. You get it? So I gave the builders the full payment.
Okay.
So immediately as I gave them a full payment, I came back to Kwekwe. The next time I just heard there are no people here. And so I just called. Wow. Yeah, so that's what happened. So I heard there are no people here. So the senior big guy whom I had given the money is the one that just disappeared. Okay. But he left his guys on site. You understand? But these guys didn't know that I gave this guy full money. They were told that this guy is supposed to come with money. You understand? Yeah. So what I did now is I then go back to the site and I tell this guy, I did not want these guys to understand that I actually gave this guy the money and he's nowhere to be found because automatically they were going to run away. And I was like, a deep mess. So I tried to manage the situation till this guy did, this guy has done a quite number of some construction work. And it got to a point where they now say, no, the work that we have done is so much. We now need our payment. So I had no option now but than to tell them to say, okay, fine. This is what actually happened. I paid this guy money and he disappeared. You get it?
Oh, wow.
So when I did that, everyone just left like this. And the Indian guy came now to me and say, you know what? We gave you our money. We are not going to joke. We need our job to be done.
Okay.
Yeah. So I then had to reach out to I had to reach out to my father who was in Mvuma.
Right.
So I then said, Dara Pagaipa. There's something that need to be done immediately.
Right. Right.
So what can I do? And he said, okay, fine. I know a guy who used to own a construction company in South Africa.
Okay.
Let me talk to him and hear what he can say. So he talked to this guy. He used to own about a company with about 250 people in South Africa.
Okay.
So he talked to him and he said, okay, fine, we can work with tinogona kushanda nemukomana. Understand what I'm trying to say?
Lucky.
Then I said, fine, okay, fine. So I called him and immediately he came. He came and he said, okay, fine, what need to be done? And I explained my story to him and he said, you know what? From what you are saying, from the way that you're talking, I can see that this thing is going to be big. You understand? I then said to myself, what are you saying? And he said, okay, fine. We are going to do this job for you, but we are not going to ask any money from you. We are going to finish this job for you and we are not going to ask any money from you. So I thought maybe this guy was joking. Then they finished the job. So that time, man, from that moment, I used to have we used to get a lot of jobs from that guy, Mr. Mkaro. So you just call us and you say, you know what? There's a guy that need to be done, vat leaching plants. There's a guy. So in a month, we would get 5 construction jobs. You understand? For me to manage them, I can't manage them alone. You understand what I'm trying to say? So I needed to have many builders as much as possible. There was a point that we had about 40 builders. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah, we used to have about 40 builders that we have, and we use them to go and build vat leaching tanks. You know what I'm trying to say?
Right.
But the guys you leave them at a job, a client is happy with the work they are doing. Then the client would request them to do another job. You understand what I'm trying to say? Then they will just do another job. You are paying their food, you are paying everything there. They're just telling you that we haven't finished yet. But they are already done. They are on another job that they are getting their own side money. You understand? So I happened to work with this other guy from Blawayo again, who's called Mr. Due. I worked with him.
Right.
You understand? So Mr. Due then said, young man, I like what you're doing. But see, when are you coming to Blawayo? And I said, okay, fine. I might be coming next week. And he said, no, my brother. How much did you charge me? And I said, I know, I charge you 5K. And he said, okay, fine. I want to pay you 10K.
Oh.
You get it?
Okay.
Like that. He just said, okay, fine. I want to pay you 10K. Can you come to Blawayo this evening? So that time I do not have a car. So I just had to get the bus and sleep on the bus. Then I moved to Blawayo.
Okay.
So when I get to Blawayo, and he said, okay, fine, come to Holiday Inn. You know, at that point, you are you have got $10. You understand? $10, $15 that you have between you and everything. You understand? So when you use $10 to get to Blawayo, you are left with 5 that if someone doesn't call at that moment, if the client just switch off the phone, you have nowhere to go. So that was the setup that we had. So I then said to myself, okay, fine, I need to go to Holiday Inn. I did not know where Holiday Inn was. Okay. So I just said, okay, fine, I need to go to Holiday Inn. Then I went to Holiday Inn. So from Holiday Inn now, he then said, you know what? I want to help you. But look, the guys that you work with, did they tell you that I gave them another job? And they said no. And they said no. And I said, yeah, it's sure. You are right. They did not tell you that because I was testing them. I wanted to know what kind of people are you working with. And he said to me, you know what, business is not about money. It's not about ideas. It's about people.
Right.
If you don't find the right people, even with a great idea, you are not going anywhere. You need to have correct people, the right people that you're working with. Yeah. You understand? So he then said, I gave them a job. You understand? You can go to the site right now. Let's go to the site right now. You'll find them doing another job. You understand? So I then realized that they were not the only guys. You understand? Some of the guys that I was working with, they were doing that, except that guy from South Africa. You understand?
The 250 guy.
The 250 guy. So he was the only one who is faithful, but he was a little bit slower than the other guys. You understand?
He was honest.
He was honest, yes. He was a bit slower in everything that he was doing than other guys, but he was honest. You understand?
Yeah.
So I then said to myself, you know what? This guy, I need to work with him. So So whenever I get a job, I would not go out and look for builders. I would just say, you know what? You are in charge of all our construction. I will get a job. I will tell you what needs to be done. But you are in charge of all the people that comes in. Everyone that comes there, I will under you.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
So we started to work. So also on his side, he also had some little bit of limitations in terms of things that we were doing. You understand?
Okay.
So he was a very good person. So at that point now, we also started to do some marketing activities.
Wow.
I do not have a marketing department, but my little brother, he does graphic designing. So
Okay.
you would design posters, you know what I'm trying to say, market. He was in South Africa. You design posters, market. So I then said to myself, you know what, my little brother, can you come through to Zimbabwe so that we can do this thing? Then he said, okay, fine, brother, I'm coming to Zimbabwe. So he came back to Zimbabwe.
Right.
And we started to work with him. So from that point, my work was actually, like my burden was actually lifted because I was no longer doing much of going into the bush. You understand? He was the one that was doing, and also he was doing the marketing side of things. You would go into the bush, you would work with the builders, you do whatever.
Yeah.
So at that moment, I think we were dominating in terms of the vat leaching side of mining.
Okay.
We're building like vat leaching like no one else.
What is vat leaching for the people at home, so people understand?
Okay.
What
What happens is to say, in gold processing, we have mining engineers. Mining engineers take the stones from the ground, right?
Okay.
So when they take the stones from the ground, the stones you have to go through a process of mineral processing, which you call size reduction. Simply size reduction of stones from large boulders to smaller. So now,
Why does that need to happen?
because what happens is gold is logged within the structure of the stone.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So for us to get to gold, we need to expose everything that is around the what do you call it? The gold. Everything that surround the gold, we need to expose it.
Okay.
You
Got
get it?
Yeah.
So we need to expose the gold. So we start with the comminution process whereby we are crushing until we expose it to what various methods that we will be processing it.
Okay.
You understand? So gold exists in different forms. You understand? So there's what you call free gold. There's what you call chemically leachable gold. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So it's something that is subject to test works. We cannot come up and say, okay, fine, this gold has got 15%, the sun is 30%. It's something that is like subject to what do you call it? Sampling, exactly. So from then, we then determine whether the gold is going to be recovered by gravity method or by chemical method.
Okay.
So when we now want to recover by chemical method, that's when now we have vat leaching. You understand? So a vat leaching is simply a huge tank which is either circular or cylindrical or rectangular in shape. You understand?
Okay.
So in that tank, that's when we load the ores and stuff and we get the gold.
How many tons can this tank take? What are the sizes? Like, what's the minimum? What's the maximum that you have worked on personally?
Okay. Personally, I've worked with 15-ton tanks as the smallest.
Okay.
And then from 15-ton tanks, we go to 30. Then from 30, we go to 40. From 40, we go to 50. From 50, we go to 100. You understand?
Okay.
Then from there, I have worked with tanks that are bigger than that, that are around 1,000 ton, 2,000 ton, and 5,000 ton in terms of capacity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said you and your brother were now starting to dominate with the vat leaching.
Vat leaching, yes.
What was going on there?
Okay. So we would build vat leaching tanks. So, everyone else who build vat leaching tanks, probably they'll find their tanks leaking. You get it? So the gold will start to come out of the solution. But our tanks, we made sure that our tanks were not leaking in any form or any shape. So that's what we were known for. That was our selling point, to say, okay, fine. If you want our vat leaching tanks, you are guaranteed that the tanks are not going to leak. You're not going to lose any gold.
Right.
Understand?
Right.
So we started to do more vat leaching tanks. So from then, I was still working with Spartan Yende. Yeah. So we would do some work together and stuff. But something happened, and then we stopped there because the fabrication side, we just refer to Spartan. When we need fabrication, we refer to Spartan. When we need fabrication, we refer to Spartan. So from then, we then started to say, okay, fine, we need to do our own fabrication.
Who is we? Tell me a little bit more about your team. So it's you, your brother. Who else came on board?
Okay. Like I said, we during that period when my brother came, we were getting on. You understand? So for us to just operate like without a legally registered, we had to get registered. So we get registered in 2021.
Okay.
So that's when we formally get registered. You understand what I'm trying to say? But we were operating before we get registered.
Right.
You understand? So we then get registered. So when we get registered, I was working with my little brother. So I then said to myself, you know what, let's just register this thing. So I registered with my little brother.
Okay.
Yeah. So up to now, of course, he then went to South Africa, go back to South Africa. But, a word is a word. We agreed that we are going to do it. So he still owns that shares. Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Despite the fact that he left to South Africa, he still owns that because it's a word that we agreed on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's you, your little brother. Who else was on your team? Who started working with you in the early days?
In the early days, there's that guy from South Africa. I'm still working with him up to date.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's still working with him up to date.
Okay.
Yeah, he's my source of strength, I can say.
What does he have a name, this gentleman?
Yeah. He's called Edward Mdadiwa.
Okay.
Yeah, so this guy, I can say is a source of strength to me, not in terms of his work, but in terms of ideas. You understand?
Okay.
He sees where I don't see. So if I want to do anything significant, I will just call him like at office and say, you know what, I'm thinking of doing this. So he might have an idea of what you want to do better than the way that he sees like something bigger than the way that I see it. You understand what I'm saying? Just like in the early days whereby we went there and I was just like, no, this guy is left and I cannot do anything. Then he came in and said, this thing is going to be big. You understand? Those early days. So he's that kind of a person who, when I wanted to do bigger things, I'll just call him and say, okay, fine. This is what I want to do. And you say, you know what? You are actually thinking small.
Oh. Okay.
Let's do this. Let's do this. This thing will work.
What's the biggest project you've worked on today?
Biggest project. I've worked with a number of biggest projects. Yeah. So I've worked with biggest project in terms of vat leaching.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of vat leaching plans. Then I have also worked big projects in terms of heap leaching in Mali.
Oh, in Mali?
Yeah, in Mali, yes.
How big was that project?
It was around 100,000 ton.
Wow.
Yeah, 100,000 ton on a heap leaching pad, yes.
How long did it take to set up?
It took us 2 months.
So were you working with local workforce as well as Zimbabweans, or was it 100% local Malians involved?
Okay, we came in. Let me just take the story. What happened is we had a communication that we were having with a certain guy from Mali. So this guy that we're having a communication with in Mali,
right,
wanted the elution boilers. You understand?
Okay.
So we went to Mali and set up elution boilers for this client.
Okay.
So after setting up these elution boilers for this client, he liked the project. And then he said, okay, fine. What else do you do that we can actually bring you on board? You understand?
Yes.
So this guy owned about 1,500 square kilometers of land. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Land, yeah.
So he then said to me, okay, fine. We want to set up a processing plant here. So as you want to set up a processing plant, we want you to be on board. We want you to come on board. So develop a working model that you want us to work with. You understand?
Okay.
So I then said to myself, okay, fine. We have, I can come in and become your worker. That's not possible.
Right.
But we can come in as your technical partner. You understand? So we came in and we were like a technical partner on their side. So they would offer there was other contractor was doing the earth moving. There was other contractor was doing the supply of chemicals. You understand? But we were the technical partner in terms of setting up those bleaching pad. So given that, it's what we're doing is to say we loved the opportunity because the margins were good as compared to Zimbabwe. So what I did is I then had to bring my other guy. There's another guy that I work with called Simba.
Okay.
So I had to let Simba go to Mali, and he was there for quite a.
How long ago was this?
It was last year, but one. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, last year, but one.
Okay.
2024.
Have you worked on similar sized projects in Zimbabwe?
Not really in Zimbabwe, but in Zambia.
Oh, what have you done in Zambia?
We've done a heap leaching pad in Zambia.
What was the capacity of that?
It was 100,000 ton again.
100,000 tons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do these people find out about you? These people in Zambia, these people in Mali. How does the word spread that you can do what you can do?
With mining industry, it's more like, it's a big boys game. You understand what I'm trying to say? You're talking about huge, like you need to have money to be doing mining.
Right.
It's not something that you just go out and say, okay, fine, I've got $2. I need to, you understand? You need to have lots of money to do mining. So when a person is investing money in mining, they take their time. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
They take their time in choosing the people that they will be working with because it's risky. Correct. You understand?
Correct.
So most of these people, they see what we do on internet, on social media and whatever. Okay. And they take their time. There are some other guys that actually fly all the way, like from Angola. They come to our office, you understand? They want to see, are we real or are we not real? You understand?
Yeah.
There are other people that actually, I had a client from Zambia 2 weeks back. He actually flew from Zambia to Zimbabwe, you understand, to see, are we real or are we not? So these people, they find us on the internet, but they also do their own due diligence to see, are we real or not? Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did anyone ever catch this guy who took that money? You remember this guy who took the money for the workers on that project? Did you ever find him?
Yeah, I found him. But
did he have an explanation?
No, he said, no, these guys, I gave them money. You understand? This is our internal issue. You are not supposed to interfere because for us, and I said, you know what? I'm supposed to interfere because the job was not finished.
Correct.
You understand what I'm trying to say? But, in those times now, you don't have even the legal muscle to say, okay, fine, I'm going to take it legally. Maybe it's going to take 3-4 months. You are going up and down and it's not worth it.
So the reason I'm asking is because you've said mining is a big money game.
Yeah.
And obviously it attracts sometimes the wrong type of people.
Exactly.
Have you encountered a few characters like that other than this one? And how do you navigate now to say, like, look, let me disengage from this process with this person? Are you using documents now when you're working? You're not just giving people money. How are you protecting yourself now?
Okay. What I can say is people are different.
Yeah.
You understand? It takes time and it takes a lot of money that you lose in the process.
Oof.
You understand? To say, okay, fine, I know people. You have to pay like school fees. You understand what I'm trying to say? You have to pay like school fees for you to be able to know people because at that point that you think, okay, fine, I now know this person. This person will do something that you never seen. You understand what I'm trying to say? So I have worked with quite a number of people. I would trust them. You understand? Bring them closer. Do everything that you can for them. You understand? But within a twinkling of an eye, they'll forget everything that you've done for them. You understand?
Yeah.
So it's just that now, you it's more like you do trial and error.
Okay.
You understand? Okay. So the good part now is to say I now have like pillars. It's Mukute.
Okay.
You understand? Pillars, I can say these are the people that I've worked with, like the Edward Mdadiwa guy. You understand? So I am no longer focusing on say, okay, fine, who is like, you know what I'm trying to, even someone comes and say, okay, fine, we are going. As long as my pillars are still in place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me about your team at Mukute. How many people do you currently employ? And do you have any projects that you're currently doing now?
Yeah, we have quite a number of people that we are employing. Right now, I think we are close to 40.
Wow.
Yeah, we are close to 40, yeah.
Okay.
So we have boiler makers,
right.
We have civil engineer,
okay.
we have metallurgist, You understand? We have finance guys in the marketing team.
Okay.
Yeah. And we have other projects people that we have. So currently we are doing 4 projects.
Okay.
So the other one we are doing in Berengwa, it's for a leaching for fidelity.
Okay.
Yeah. Then the other one we are doing a milling plant in Aussie.
Okay.
Yeah, the other one that I just finished there. Then the other one.
That's the one on your status
yeah,
now?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
one that was
What's the size of that? Tell me about that project.
It's a 3 to 5 ton per hour.
Okay.
It's a 3 to 5 ton per hour plant, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So then we have another CIP project that we are doing again in Aussie.
Okay.
It's a 220 ton per day CIP project.
Wow.
Then we also have another CIP project that we are doing in Mount Darwin.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are the 3 projects that we are doing. I can say 4 projects that we are doing. But we have other small projects that we are doing.
Okay. So tell me about the name of the company. What was the inspiration behind giving it this name?
Like when that moment when I was like in 3 months of isolation. 3 months of isolation where I was just inside my house and living alone. That's when I then said to myself, I get inspired by, there's a guy called Peter Thiel. You understand? So I would read much of Peter Thiel. You understand what I'm trying to say?
I know.
So I'll read like books for Peter Thiel. So Peter Thiel, there's a book called 0 to 1. You understand? So that's the book that actually inspired me, some of the things that I do.
Okay.
You understand? Like it's a book that I can say it modeled me to be where I am today.
Okay.
You understand? So I used to read that book. So I then said to myself, I need to give something that is unique in nature and also that people can relate to.
Right.
You understand? So back then now, when I was working with guys from South Africa, we used to have Makorokoza come at what do you get at the mine.
Okay.
So they'll say, okay, fine, Tawana Mukute. Mukute being gold. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Right.
Tawana Mukute. So for myself, I then said to myself, if I can call my name, the company Mukute, you understand? It's a name that people understand already. You understand? But also, I have part of me that's inspired by Chinese. You understand?
Okay.
So I find that, not Chinese per se, but I can say Chinese. You understand? Okay. What I'm saying is, if you go to Mali, if you go to Burkina Faso, the Chinese, you will find them with their name, the Chinese name, even in Burkina Faso. You find them with their Chinese name, even in deep down in the bush. You understand?
Yeah.
They don't change their name to suit their local language. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So I had a vision to say, okay, fine, we are going to go global. You understand?
Yeah.
But we don't want to change our name from Mukute. Mukute will remain Mukute even if it goes to any other nation. Will remain Mukute. Just the same way as the Chinese are proud of their identity. Are proud of their names. When they go to, if you walk around Zimbabwe, you find the Chinese, they are writing their names on their billboards. The Chinese names that they come with from China. So that's the same way that we have to say, okay, fine, we have our name Mukute. Let's go with it globally.
So where can people find you, Promise, if people want to get in touch with you for any of the services you offer? Where are you? Do you have a Facebook? Do you have a workshop? Do you have what do you currently have from being the graduate from UZ who's giving away money to who you are now?
Okay, that's fine. Okay, we are currently registered in South Africa.
Oh.
Yeah, we are registered in Zambia as well.
Oh. Okay.
So, and we are registered here in Zimbabwe.
Of course.
You understand? Yeah, so we are actually registered in Zimbabwe. Yeah. So in Zimbabwe here we are located in number 9 37th Avenue, Mebore in Harare. That's where we have our corporate office.
Okay.
You understand? Like we're gonna say our headquarters.
Okay.
You understand?
That's where people can find you.
Yeah, that's where people can find us in terms of our corporate office.
Can they find you there?
Yeah, you can find me there.
Okay.
But you have to book in advance because I'm always in the sites, you know.
Is there a number that people can use?
Yeah. There's a number.
What's the number?
0776 582 471.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
that's the number. Then also we have a workshop in Prospect.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have a workshop in Prospect number 5286 Davis Road.
Okay.
Prospect. So that's where we do our manufacturing. So there are quite a number of projects that we are working on right now. So if you get there, you're actually going to get impressed and say, okay, fine. These young people, because we are a young team.
Yeah.
These young people are doing so much things. You understand?
So you're providing jobs to 40 people. You're sustaining potentially 40 families right now.
Yeah, 40 plus, because they've got
Yeah.
their own dependence on them.
Of course.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
course.
yeah.
Is your company still growing, do you think?
Not growing. We are growing rapidly. You understand? We are
okay.
growing very rapidly. Like, we are realizing that, we have our own way of doing things. You understand?
Nice.
Our metallurgical background is what makes us outstanding. You understand?
Okay.
People can just have equipment, but we understand actually what's needed. What's the metallurgy? Because to get the gold, it's all about metallurgy.
Of course.
Which is the background that we have. You understand? So if you take the work that we do and the work someone else do, it's actually different, because we understand the outcome that is needed when we are doing anything that we are doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to get into the University of Zimbabwe, how many points did you have?
You need to have a lot of points. I'll tell you next time.
More than 15?
Yeah, you need to have the time that we were there, you need to have quite a number of points to be able to be admitted into the mining department. So you need to have, but for me, it was not something that I thought I would do mining related.
Okay, you wanted to get into farming?
No, I was into electrical. I did electrical engineering.
Oh,
then I shifted to to metallurgy.
Okay.
Out of the advice of my friend called Ben.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Where is Kuda now?
Ben, yes.
Yeah, where is he?
He's a medical doctor in Mashingo there.
Okay.
Yeah. So he was doing medicine. So then I said to myself, I want to do, there's a program that I found, electrical engineering.
Okay.
But when we were doing electrical engineering in our first year, you then discover that there's something that you do called Java, where you're supposed to do the coding.
Yes.
So I did not like coding. Like, I did not like coding at all. So I would, I would just do it for the sake of just passing university. So then said, electrical engineering is more of that.
Yeah.
So it's not something that I like. So I then asked my friend, and they said, you know what? I've got a brother of mine I know who did metallurgy, and he's having a lot of money.
Oh, wow.
So I then said, you know what? Let me try metallurgy. So then I tried metallurgy, but I found myself in metallurgy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And so, what is the most amount of gold you've ever produced? Like at any one time, you've done your process. This is for the client.
Yeah, when we are doing in Mali, in Mali, mining is easy compared to mining in Zimbabwe.
Why? What do you mean it's easy?
Mining in Mali, you are just taking soil from the ground and you then start to leach it. There's no crushing unit. There's no whatever. You understand?
Oh, it's on the surface?
Yeah, it's on the surface, yes.
Oh, okay.
So you're just taking a pile of soil, you load it into a leaching tank and whatever. So that's the biggest that we have got in Mali.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so in terms of the landscape to get papers done, registration, do you help people who are overseas who want to maybe get involved in mining locally? Do you guide them with that, or do you provide a service for that, or are there other people you refer them to?
Okay,
take care of them?
Our process starts from, I can say, from preliminary consultation.
Okay.
You understand? So let's say someone is coming out from outside the country and they want to invest in Zimbabwe. We come in and say, okay, fine, we are going to walk you through the journey. You understand?
Okay.
Given that our company in the early days, we're doing consultants. You understand? We were dealing with multiple problems, different unique problems from different clients. You understand? So we know clients that succeeded and we know clients that failed. You understand? So that information is what we share with the prospect, the people that will be interested in investing in mining industry. We say, okay, fine. If you want to do it right, this is the path to do, this path to do. But our bigger objective, like our bigger vision now, is to be a mining conglomerate. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
Where we are saying, okay, fine. Right now we are focusing on offering only processing solutions. You understand? But we are getting to a point whereby we are saying, okay, fine. When you come to Mukute, you are not just coming to get like processing solutions. You are coming in to get the geology side. We have a geologist in Mukute.
Right.
We have a mining engineer in Mukute. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Right.
So the whole value chain, you understand? Because we find out that while we're working with people, sometimes we refer to someone, we refer to a certain company. And just because we refer to someone, the people trusted the person because of us. But the person now fails to deliver according to what we have recommended.
Right.
So we rather do it ourselves to say, okay, fine, we now have our own geology division. We now have our own mining division. So this is something that we are working on, and maybe within end of next year, we should be there.
Okay. So are there opportunities for people if they want to look at investing in Zimbabwe and working with you? Are there opportunities? And if they are, what spaces, which sectors of the mining?
There are quite a number of opportunities in Zimbabwe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're quite huge opportunities in Zimbabwe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So number one is let's talk to tailings treatment. You understand?
Tailings. Okay.
Yeah. Even if you go to an old mine, they were using old technology, which was number one, less efficient. You understand what I'm trying to say? To process the gold.
Yeah.
You understand? So that less efficient method that they were using to treat gold, which means that they are tailings that they have piled up long time ago.
Yeah.
Those tailings still have lots of money because of the old technology that they were using. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Then if someone comes into Zimbabwe and then tapped into that opportunity, they can make a lot of money from it. You understand? Then number two, you are looking at the statistics that is being released. You understand?
Okay.
That says that most of our gold that we are getting right now, we are getting it from small to medium scale miners.
Got it.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So you understand that most of these small to medium scale miners, yes, they are mining, they are producing a lot of gold, but it's based on numbers that there are many. You understand?
Yeah.
But if someone comes in and say, okay, fine, I'm going to be an investor. I want to invest in modular processing units for clients, for mining people.
Okay.
They can make money out of it. They produce modular. You understand what I'm trying to say? Because the world is going modular.
Okay.
You can produce your modular CIP plant for your client. Then you find out how you can work together with the person. You make money out of it together.
Right.
You go to another, you make like 10 of those. Instead of just building one big plant, you make like 20 of those.
Okay.
Then you make money out of it.
Okay. So with the tailings, let's start with that first opportunity. Have you identified resources which are available for people to actually get involved in? If someone called you and they're like, "Promise, I saw your podcast. I'm interested in that opportunity for the tailings." How do you get started there?
Yeah, we actually have a portfolio of people that we actually keep. You understand?
Okay.
That comes to us and say, okay, fine. You guys have seen what you are doing.
Yeah.
Are you able to invest in our mining? You understand? Then we said, okay, fine. For us, that's not like our line of work at the moment.
Right.
But we can actually help you to find an investor that can help you to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
You understand? So we then keep those people to say, okay, fine. If we find anyone that is interested in working with you, we are ready to bring him on board.
Got it.
Yeah, you get it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what we simply do.
And do you vet these projects now? Do you properly do your due diligence on these projects when these people present them to you?
Yeah, what we do is for instance, if someone approaches us, of course, we have to talk to him. We have to understand like the paperwork that they have. Understand? But now with technology, anyone can do anything. Understand? So we put a disclaimer on that to say, okay, fine. If anyone wants to invest in mining in this dam, what we are saying is, okay, fine. This is what we have, but we have to do A, B, and C. You understand? Before we move forward, before we say, okay, fine, you're investing your money. We come in now, that's the way our specialty is. We now, you have to come in and do the due diligence, the testing and whatever, before someone can invest fully into it. But now we can't say, okay, fine, if someone approaches us and we start to do due diligence, what if we don't get an investor in the moment?
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah. Now, you've said CIP a couple of times. I've heard you say CIP. What is CIP? And explain the modular approach to this CIP creature or thing. This
Okay. CIP, we are talking about carbon in pulp.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I talked about the vat leaching. It's almost like the same like vat leaching, but the difference is that this one, the vat leaching is static, but this one is agitated. You've got motors that are rotating, that are mixing the ores to increase recovery. You understand?
Okay.
So when we now talk about modular, we are simply saying instead of someone, let's say for instance, you've got money to invest in 100 ton per day CIP plant. Instead of investing that into a 100 ton per day, maybe you go for a 40 ton per day, maybe 2 or 3 40 ton per day CIP plans. But these CIP plans will be on wheels. You understand what I'm saying?
What?
Yeah. Okay. So we are saying these CIPs will be on wheels. So you put the CIP on a trailer.
Okay.
You understand? So you're moving from one point to another, just focusing on treating.
What's the difference now between this vat leaching and CIP? Is one more efficient than the other?
Yeah. Vat leaching is less efficient as compared to a CIP. Okay. CIP is more efficient than a vat leaching.
How so?
It's because as I said earlier, the issue is to say gold is locked in within the structure of the stone.
Yeah.
So the extent that you liberate it determine the extent that you recover gold from it. Okay. So for a vat leaching to operate efficiently, you don't need to liberate it to the maximum, the minimum size possible.
Okay.
But for a CIP plant, you now need to liberate it to a minimum size possible. You get it?
Okay, I've got it.
Yeah. So when you liberate it now to a minimum size possible, which means that you're going to expose more surfaces as compared to how you expose more surfaces to a vat leaching plant. Okay. And then during that process now, more gold is extracted.
Okay, so we've got to wrap up, but I just want to know, with these modular CIPs, how long does it take to fabricate these particular units?
For a unit, we take 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Then it's on the trailer.
Yes.
Off into the bush.
Off into the bush. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So can we get your number again and the address where you're available for everyone over?
Okay. My number is +263 776 582 471 or +263 719 142 469. Or if you want to email me, you can say promise at Mukute met .co.zw.
Okay. Now, what about your social media? Do you have social media?
Social media. Just go Mukute Metallurgical Engineering Solution.
Okay.
We are on every social media platform: TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter.
Okay.
And also on you get our web address as well.
Okay.
So from the web address, you will still find my number as well.
Right.
Then if you want also to get in touch, to visit us physically, you can visit us at number 9, 37th Avenue, Meborain, Harare, Zimbabwe.
Now, how responsive are you? Seeing as you've got global clients, do you have working hours? Are you off on Saturdays, Sundays to church, or are you a machine now? 24/7.
Okay, we work around the clock. You understand? We work around the clock. So we work from Monday to Saturday. But if you reach us out on Sunday, we will respond. You understand? And we say, okay, fine. Maybe this thing is critical. We might need to discuss on Monday. But if you reach to us on Sunday, we can talk. But during the week, we can talk in our day in time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Promise, thank you very much for coming to My Faith Casa. We really appreciate it. We're just going to show you around and you can relax.
Yeah. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Promise.
When the world has worn you down, leave your worries out of town. Luxury waiting at your door, a place you'll always come back for.